Yo, what's going on, everybody? Riot here. Today we're on Talent Animated for a lesson in evolution. Evolution is a beautiful word. I don't actually know what it means, but how great would this have been if I did? Check out this amazing channel, link down below, leave a like, subscribe, and let's go learn some knowledge. Dude, there's evolution of Gremlins on this channel. A lot of you guys might not know what Gremlins are, but there's a new Gremlins movie coming out, and Gremlins are like the closest thing we've had to Yoda's girlfriend. Weird enough. It's disgusting, but it's beautiful. It's disgusting.
Cuddly Mogwai, and don't want to leave it astray. There are 3 rules that you must obey.
I swear, this movie leads you with the false interpretation that you one day will find an old mystical Asian man who will give you a little monster to take home. It never happens. False advertising.
Rule number 1, do not expose them to bright light, especially not sunlight, or they'll die. Rule number 2.
I don't remember that rule. They die if they're exposed. Yeah, that's like the whole plot. Jack. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Keep them wet, or they will multiply. And rule number 3, do not feed them after midnight, or they will become the nefarious gremlin creature.
Now we're talking.
But just how many different gremlins are featured? Here's an explanation of every gremlin variation animated. Like all the Mogwai in the first film, the adorable Gizmo has brown and white fur. His hands and feet have 3 digits, and he has large, expressive ears. Giz also spawns multiple other Mogwais, including the chubby Haskins and the leader Stripe.
The chubby Haskins? I clearly missed some important plot lines. I just got the leader Spike. I didn't know there was a chubby side leader.
Haskins and the leader Stripe, who
Haskins.
sports a fashionable mohawk. They're mistakenly fed after midnight, which causes them to cocoon and later emerge as the villainous green gremlin. The gremlins
they're
have
awesome.
beige accents, armored scales on their shoulders and legs, spiky protrusions on their face, a pointy head fin, and yellow and red eyes.
I was but a lad. I did not notice they actually have armored built-in things. Dude, these things are incredible. I'm so excited for the new movie. Usually remakes suck, but Gremlins, dude.
The evil Stripe retains his hairdo, has a more narrow face, and is a brighter shade of green.
It was so cool.
Gremlins are the Flasher, the Christmas Carolers, a Mugger Gremlin, and a Flash Dancer. They love eating candy, drinking beer, playing poker, and above all, causing mischief. Plus, they love a night out at the movies, although this theater infestation is exterminated. Meanwhile, Stripe plans to create a new army of gremlins, but he's exposed to sunlight, disintegrating him.
Poor guy.
In the sequel, the gremlins are taller, have longer arms, bigger hands and feet, and a more reptilian-like color.
If you've never seen the sequel to Gremlins, I highly recommend you watch it. It is the craziest damn movie to ever exist.
Their tailbone has fewer prongs, their spiky protrusions are more prominent, they lack the pointy head fins, and their eye coloring is inversed. There's also a secondary gremlin variant that has a more squished face and a cooler tone of green. Plus, both of these variants come in a spotted brown coloring.
Ooh.
Gizmo is also given a streamlined redesign and once again gets wet, this time spawning 4 unique Mogwai-turned gremlins, including the Grumpy George, who has ape-like features, George's best friend, the buck-toothed and droopy Lenny,
Okay, I remember that moron. I think I watched this when I was like 4 years old.
the evil Mohawk with added
Ooh,
red fins, who's
he was
apparently
cool.
the reincarnation of Stripe, and the wacky and googly-eyed Daffy. This film also showcases an updated Flasher, a secretary gremlin, twin scientists, a night gremlin, witch gremlin, and a Phantom of the Opera gremlin.
I'm just happy the Flasher Gremlin keeps making a reappearance. It really shows where we were set on in the 80s.
Some of the gremlins also consume scientific formulas, resulting in a vegetable gremlin, a
Spider
super
one,
smart,
dude.
brainy gremlin, a fashionable female gremlin,
There, that's the... This is the closest thing we've ever had to a sexy Yoda, and I stand by it.
named Greta, a bat gremlin, who's given sunblock formula to fly in daylight, but he gets soaked in concrete and dries like a gargoyle statue.
That was awesome.
Turns into a spider gremlin, but is taken out by the Rambo-influenced Gizmo, and an electric gremlin, who is captured in a phone line and later let loose to fry his whole gremlin family. Well, all but Greta, who survives to make it to her wedding.
Why does Greta have to survive, damn it? Why?
So, which troublesome gremlin is your favorite? Or do you prefer the more cuddly Mogwai?
Dude, which one is my favorite? That movie was so cool. I feel like the spider one was the most gangster, though. He was clearly the big bad villain. The bat one was so cool, but if you guys go rewatch the movie, it's gonna look like really crappy because it was like filmed so long ago. It's just like this puppet, but it's like, I don't know. They're awesome. I don't know which one I love the most. I just know I hate that idiot up in the corner the most. I I hate you.
Thank you for watching. Check out more evolution animations on the channel and let us know what other Christmas-themed videos you'd like to see for future holiday seasons.
Ooh, dude, a Krampus video? Krampus has evolved so much. That last Krampus movie was insane. I'm so excited for the new Gremlins movie. It's not even funny. This is like a random thing to include into today's video. I'm sorry. I saw Gremlins. I had to click on it. And now for the actual point to today's video, Jurassic Park Evolution, movie dinosaurs versus real life. This is exciting.
So, you want to create living dinosaurs using preserved DNA and frog genes to fill in the gaps? Well, they won't be 100% accurate, but how do the 1993 Jurassic Park dinosaurs compare to the latest science? Let's find out now. Animated.
Well, they're very different, but it was so long ago.
Jurassic Park's Brachiosaurus has its signature head hump with added nostrils, an S-shaped 30-foot neck, and trunk-shaped legs. The real Brachiosaurus had a thicker neck, a longer body, and more unique feet. Their head hump was less steep, and their nostrils were closer to their mouth. It's also possible, like many dinosaurs, they had more colorful patterns. They also couldn't chew like a big cow, nor would they rear on their hind legs. Although, Jurassic Park's Brach was actually modeled off the similar Giraffatitan, whose proportions were closer to the film version. JP's Dilophosaurus has a...
Oh, just rip my entire heart out, why don't you?
Actually modeled off the similar Giraffatitan, whose proportions were closer to the film version.
I swear, this is such a regular theme in Jurassic Park videos. They base every dinosaur off another dinosaur, just giving it the name of a different dinosaur. It's just to confuse all of us. Like the Velociraptor being a Utah Raptor, you know what I'm talking about? It's just what they do.
JP's Dilophosaurus has a green coloring with dark markings and two crests on top of his head. It has a lizard-like frill and spits venom.
Can we just, I understand the real life version doesn't have the frill. I think real life screwed up, dude. Jurassic Park, this is one of the rare instances where Jurassic Park got it like better than nature, you know?
Venom, two attributes that were made up for the movie. The real Dilophosaurus was much larger, their snouts were more tapered, their head crests sat lower, and they potentially had some feathering. Also, like all dinosaurs, they lacked the ability to pronate their wrists. Nevertheless, they would still be a formidable foe for Nedry. The film's Gallimimus is orange.
That's so incredibly different, dude.
And bugged-out eyes. The adolescents have additional white markings. The real Gallimimus had smaller hands, prominent feathering, and a more angular face. The live-action Parasaurolophus features greenish coloring, a broad-beaked mouth, and its long head crest. The real dinosaur was quite chunkier, with more hoof-like front feet, a longer beak, and they possibly used their head crest for communication.
What? How the fuck? I guess I paused it right when he was about to explain it. There's no way they talked with those things.
Their head crest for communication. The on-screen Triceratops is reddish.
We just gonna vaguely pass over that? How the crap did they use that thing for communication? Were they telepaths? I think this one's the most confusing.
Triceratops is reddish-brown, has a spiked frill, 3 head horns, and elephant-like feet. Plus, their poop piles are disturbingly enormous. The real dino had slender appendages, an elongated head, large cheek horns, a higher eye placement, and distinct hexagonal scaling. Also, their frill could have housed more unique patterns. The live-action Tyrannosaurus has an earthy coloring, tiny arms, a ridged skull, and extremely poor eyesight.
Good God.
The real creature is a full-bodied figure, tinier arms, possible feathering, added lips, and impeccable eyesight.
I swear, every time we discover more and more about the Tyrannosaurus Rex, it just becomes more and more of a chicken. Eventually, it's just gonna become a giant chicken, which still would be terrifying. If you were like a bug around a chicken, you're gonna die a horrible death. It's still scary, but it is chicken.
Velociraptors have a blended brown coloring, long hands, enlarged sickle claws, and cat-like eyes. An adorable raptor hatchling is also Real velociraptors were much smaller, fully feathered, with bird-like legs, arms, and facial features, and potentially lacked the slit pupils. They were definitely clever girls, but most odds couldn't turn a door handle. Although, the movie raptors are actually based on the larger Deinonychus, which had a more blunt snout. While real-life raptors may look more like turkeys, they were very much still deadly animals.
I guess I was just wrong all over the place, but I feel like a movie with these things would still do so well, dude. Like, I don't know, a different franchise with like actual realistic dinosaurs, because that thing was so rip your flesh apart. They can make it plenty scary.
So, want to see future videos covering each Jurassic sequel? Share this video and comment down below to let us know. Thanks for watching. watching. Shout out.
That was beautiful. I can't believe my whole life I've been telling people the Jurassic Park Raptor is based off the Utah. I've just been wrong all over the place. I've made so many idiots on accident by just teaching them wrong information. It's like crazy how many arguments I still get in today over people saying the Jurassic Park dinos aren't accurate, or it's like, dude, didn't you watch the movie? They're like 10% wrong. They're not meant to be accurate. Plus, it was the 90s, bro. Everyone was doing drugs. Things were crazy. Either way, this video is still very informational. Leave a like, subscribe, check out this awesome channel, link down below, and I'll see you next time.